In this video, we're going to be talking about how to use Craigslist to find freelance clients. Yes, I know that platform sounds kind of creepy, but there is legit stuff going on there. Hey there, bosses. Thank you for joining me once again. My name is Gertrude Nontra. If you are one of my regular bosses, I want to say thank you so much for sticking with me. If you're one of my new bosses, you're welcome to this channel. On this channel, we talk about freelance business and how you can use that to create more freedom and family time. If that sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Alright, so like I said, in today's video, we're talking about Craigslist and how to leverage that platform to get clients. I personally have used Craigslist to land some pretty nice clients, and I was thinking of what video to shoot tonight. And I was like, let me just shoot this video, because I think the thought that exists when it comes to Craigslist is that Craigslist is very spammy and, you know, kind of slimy, and nobody wants to, you know, you hear a lot of bad things about Craigslist in the news, so why would you use that to find freelance gigs? Well, the truth is, as spammy as Craigslist can be, you can find some pretty good stuff on there. And I've done everything on Craigslist, to finding apartments, to purchasing a car, to finding freelance gigs. And I wanted to share some of that knowledge with you. So when it comes to Craigslist, there are two ways that you can find clients, all right? You can actually go onto Craigslist to find gigs. And number two, you can go onto Craigslist to create an ad for your business. All right, so with finding gigs, usually what I do is I go on Craigslist and I go to the job section, and I usually go to the writer section or computer section, or a section that kind of looks like that, because it's going to look different depending on the city you're in. And by the way, if you live in a city where there's no Craigslist, or you live in a country where Craigslist doesn't really exist, I say still watch this video, because I'm pretty sure that there are platforms like Craigslist in your country where you can apply these very principles I'm about to share with you, okay? All right, so usually if I want to find a gig, and that's how I found my very first gig as a social media manager, I went on Craigslist. I found somebody that was looking for a social media manager, totally by just checking the Craigslist that day, and that gig led me to getting my first client and my first 3 clients who paid me really, really well. All right. And so Craigslist is not a platform to be ignored. So I usually go to the job section, I look at the writer section, I look at the computer section, and usually there'll be people there that are looking for freelancers to do some kind of work for them. Sometimes there are people that will post things like, you know, give us your Facebook page to post some ads. Those are obviously spammy. Don't respond to those. But if there's somebody there that says, hey, we need a writer, and we need them to, you know, commit this many hours, and we need them to be able to write on this topic, and that's something that you can do, I highly recommend reaching out to them. I personally am like one of those people that is always like, you never know where a relationship is going to lead, but unless you start that relationship, you will never know. So if it's bad, at least you find out if it's bad. If it's good, like in my case, you'll find out it's really, really good, and that it opens up so many doors for you. All right, so usually I'll find that, and then I'll respond to that particular post and say something like, hey, hello, my name is so and so, this is why I'm reaching out to you. I saw your ad on Craigslist, and I want to say that I can do what you need, and here's proof that I can do what you need, and here is how to get in touch with me. All right, and so you want to be able to do that, and you want to always at the end of that email give a call to action. All right, call to actions are not just something that sales pages or salespeople use. You always want to end your emails with something like, I would love to take this conversation further, or I'm looking forward to taking this conversation further. Invite the people to get back in touch with you, because usually if you leave it kind of like open-ended, and the person's like, oh, okay, you know, they know they're supposed to reach out back to you, but make it super easy by inviting them to reach back out to you. So that is how you can use Craigslist to find freelance gigs. On the other hand, you can use Craigslist to create ads that will bring clients to you. And I recently did this for my health writing business and actually got a client for my health writing business within a week of posting that particular ad. So it ended up working out really, really well for me. All right. And what I did was basically write out what I was selling. So I introduced myself. I made sure to say that I'm a San Diego based health writer. I made sure to indicate in the copy who exactly I work with, and what industry I was working with, which of course is healthcare. And then once I had put that there, I let them know why they should hire me. I mean, because there's so many writers out there. Why should they hire me? I put my specifications or my qualifications down, and then of course, just like the email, I gave them an invitation to reach out to me. And so I left my email address and said, hey, if you want to talk more, please you can reach me at this email address. Now, I know a lot of you are like, oh, email address on Craigslist. I know. Here's what you can do to circumvent that. Craigslist actually has a mail relay system, and so you don't have to put your email there. You can mask your email. All right, you can mask your email and have people reach out to you through Craigslist, anonymously. So there is that. And then there is a technique that I use where I do not, and I actually have learned this from other Craigslist posters, where I don't use my email with the @ sign and the $, but I just write Gertrude and I write @ in words, Gmail, then in words, com. So I actually write the whole email out instead of putting the symbols in there. That way people cannot just scrape it and then try to email me. I'm sure there are people that have enough time to do it, but robo responders and robots and whatever, AI, whatever, cannot just scrape my email and send me emails, right? So that's one way to circumvent it. Or you can use the relay system that Craigslist has inbuilt, so that your email is maxed, and only when you respond back to that person will your email be revealed, right? So that is one way you can circumvent that. Or even if you put a number down, you can write out the number so that people are not calling you with random offers, right? So that is how I put an ad out on Craigslist, and within a week I had somebody reach out to me, and yes, I have already done my first gig for that person, and yes, they have paid me, and I'm super excited to have a continuing working relationship with them. All right, bosses, so that is how I personally use Craigslist to find freelance clients who, yes, paid me some nice money, and I was super appreciative for that. So I invite you to try this out. Go on Craigslist, go to the job section, look at the writing and computer section or whatever other section is out there. Just search the page and find something that is interesting to you, and go ahead and then respond to some of those messages and see, especially the legit ones. All right, and I already kind of gave you what to look for, that it's spammy, so don't respond to the spammy ones, or else you're opening yourself up to a Pandora's box of problems. But respond to the ones that look legit, and then begin a working relationship. You never know where that's going to lead. Or alternatively, you can post an ad, and posting an ad on Craigslist is super easy. I know that in certain cities, posting a Craigslist ad is free, whilst in certain cities you have to pay a little bit of a fee, like $5, $10. I say that if you have to pay $5 or $10 to advertise your services, and then you're going to get a client that pays you $200, or potentially a client for a lifetime, for a really long time, that it's worth the $5 or $10. It was for me in San Diego. I had to pay $5, and it has been worth it for me. So that is how to use Craigslist to find some freelance clients. Alright, bosses, I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Alright, and if you have any questions, concerns about how I use Craigslist and how I've used it to get clients that I did not answer in this video, make sure to leave your comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.